Sensing panic, I felt helpless, just as I was taught to be. Well, trees were torn up by their roots, and fish were hauled out of the sea. Everybody stood.
I think this short was very effective in inspiring both an individual and a collective commitment to protecting against climate change. It really felt like a call to activism, and it was confirmed at the end that the allusion to Greta Thunberg wasn't just in our heads. It was a video dedicated to all the little Gretas out there, the children who, it may be unfair that they were born into a climate which was damaged by previous generations, which who aren't quite taking responsibility. So there was definitely an emotional aspect of looking at how climate change impacts children and future generations, and how they are, um, taking on the burden of repairing our climate. Technically, I thought the bespoke song, which forwarded the plot of this short animation, was really wonderful. The lyrics were very powerful. The pastel colors were very childlike, and then anything that was kind of negative had this dim black and white tone. I really appreciated that. And I also really liked the scrubbed photos at the end. It still felt animated, didn't really jar the audience into real life photography, but it also connected to today.
I especially really like the use of color to kind of show the optimism that the little girl, the main character, had, and how through her perseverance she was able to shed a light on basically ways to improve our world. Um, in a world in which the people who are in charge are gray and sad and not really here to make a difference. And I really loved how that was portrayed. I especially loved when she was growing up and she was finally at the conference, and you can see that she was basically talking to a whole room full of people who were not really here to hear what needed to be heard. But as you know, those people were like morphing into their younger selves, just kind of realizing that um, at some point you do have to let the younger generation take over and kind of allow them to be the voice of reason, because at this point now that's kind of all we have left. And I really loved it. I truly loved it. It's a great message, and I love that message at the end, about, this is dedicated to the next generation of great little Gretas.
The mass consumption of society, and I think it does it in a really insightful and clever way. And it proposes a plan, a battle plan, if you will, that is stuck throughout the end. I think it's really interesting. I think these visuals are really fun. I think the creation of symbolic stores and places similar to real life landmarks. It was really poignant, and the way you named things was really poignant and clever to let the audience know what you're talking about right away.
I loved the emphasis on children being the hope for the future, and on children having the creativity, the hope, the inspiration that we need to fix our planet's problems. So yeah, I also love this song in this film. The lyrics hit home. The song is very catchy, and I love the story that it tells. Everything in this film is adorable, super cute, but also really smart. I loved the real pictures, the pictures at the end that they edited to make them look like drawings. It really showed that even in real life, in reality, children are working towards a better future, and they can make a difference even when they're so young.
Very creative, especially in how it uses color to convey emotion. As you see a lot more of just how much the environment is being desecrated and violated, you see the color slowly drain from the world. But once the battle plan is put into motion, it's slowly bringing the color back. It's restoring everything, bringing everything back to life. And I also like the message of it all in the sense of not, I feel like it could be misinterpreted as the next generation will save us, but I feel like it's more showcasing that you are that generation. Um, Instead of waiting for your children to fix the mess, you yourself can be that child who fixes the mess that is our world. Um, and the lyrics as well also, I feel, fit very well, where it's we're constantly being told just how bad the situation is, and we're left to feel helpless and just accept that this is our reality. However, um, if we take a more assertive stance towards things, uh, we can actually save our planet.
You can definitely see the insights of the inspirations of the likes of people like Greta Thunberg, and you get to see this young generation sort of make moves to make a difference and make a change within their community. We are led to this scene with a little girl who sees the problem of overconsumption, the lack of responsibility we take when it comes to recycling and the pollution that has collected upon the earth. We get to see her, catch the reality of the situation and make moves to make a difference. And so when we finally get to see her create this, not only create the idealism of her battle plan, but to execute her battle plan and to actually meet with the people who can actually make a difference. And it's nice to be able to see like their inner child. Like I kind of took the scene as we see these politicians shift to children, to not only young voices being heard and making a difference, as we know the younger generation is more outspoken than most of us. But also I saw it as some of these politicians, started off as one of these individuals themselves. And so they kind of get this viewpoint of kind of standing and supporting this battle plan being executed.
I liked the display of Waste World, buy more, waste more. I mean, this could be Walmart, it could be Costco, it could be IKEA, it could be any of these places. Just buy, throw away. My mom said at one point, we're a throwaway generation. So this was a really good depiction of that. I liked the animation a lot. I thought it was a great message. Cute little girl, nice song and lyrics. I like that it says it has to start with me. Just great visuals at the end as well. Great story of inspiration, and also wrote down the quote, "Put foot down." So I love that she stuck with her battle plan, throughout, and really, wanted to get this message out because she felt so empowered by it. And I think it's a very important message still. We are still consuming way too many things and putting way too much importance on stuff.
I thought the animation style was really great. I thought it worked really well for the story that they were telling. I thought the style of it worked really well for what they were trying to accomplish. And then I just thought, like I said, I thought it was really cute, but it also accomplished what I think it needed to accomplish, which is getting the point across and showing how the kind of next generation is the ones that'll be on this planet for longer than anybody. The youth, the kids, they're the ones that are going to have to deal with this in another 50 years. They're going to be the ones that are still here. So seeing their kind of passion and drive is fantastic and really inspiring, and that's what we should be looking towards. Is what we should be looking at, because ultimately the older generations are not going to be here for as long. They're not going to have to deal with whatever the fallout that's happening on the planet is. So I really, really enjoyed this. I thought it was really great. I loved the message behind it. I loved watching it. Like I said, I loved how it all kind of progressed together. It escalated, I thought, appropriately, but also into something very big, which I loved. Chase your dreams, follow through.